Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good evening. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in great spirits, as it should. Why? Because another day above the dirt is always a blessing. I hope you guys are all well out there. It's been a busy one for me. I'm sure it's really, really busy for a lot of y'all as well. I don't know if you guys are out there doing what you need to do. If you're in this country, this is the time to be out here getting your votes in and doing everything you can to make your voice heard. So if you haven't voted yet, get your butts to the poll and vote for sure. Okay. So we got a couple things we got to talk about. We got some updates on another situation, a case that is about 2 years old, but I want to give you guys an update on that as well. And of course, this little piece that's been going on revolving around the diddler as well. And again, I'm going to be real. It's really, well, I'll just keep my opinions to myself until later on in the show. So do me a favor, before we get into everything, hit that like button down below. You know what to do. Hit that like button down below. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on other platforms. That'd be greatly appreciated. I appreciate you guys being able to watch on the TikTok and elsewhere. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that reaction button if you're watching on those platforms. If you are watching on those platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, please hit that follow button. Follow me on all those platforms because we are streaming and we are updating and we're putting up uploads and all that stuff like crazy on all those platforms. Your boy is working hard out here in these streets. So please be sure to hit that follow button. Also, please don't forget, if you're watching on my main channel on YouTube, please be sure to crush that subscribe button there. That'd be amazing to have you a part of the Pascal Show family over there as well. Crush it, please. Go to my secondary channel because I did put up a video on something that we are going to talk about, which is rare, but we are going to talk about here on this main channel because I want to bring some awareness to it and bring some eyeballs to it. So, but still, I do have a secondary channel. It's called The Pascal Show Clips. I put out a video just before I got out here on this show. All right. So please go and check it out and subscribe to both channels. Make sure that both channels are that you hit both of those the notification bells. Make sure that they're set to all so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload, and all that stuff. That'd be amazing. All right, hit that join button down below, become a member. Check out my Patreon and my locals. Patreon is patreon.com/The Pascal Show. It's in the ticker going down below right now beneath me. And also I have locals too. Locals.com/The Pascal Show. Show up, check it out. Consume if you can. Become a member over there. We're starting to have some conversations over there, trying to get some more conversations brewing over there. So please be sure to join either one. Also, check out PascalMerch.com. We got some really great stuff over there as well. All right? PascalMerch.com. All righty. All right. So before we get into everything, first and foremost, I do want to remind you guys, before we get into everything, let me just get this here. I thought I had it up and I don't. So let me make sure I have that going. Okay. So I'm putting this in the chat right now. I have a GoFundMe for a holiday special that I'm putting together. So if you really enjoyed the Halloween parody song I did, as you know, I took the Teddy Swims Lose Control and I did like a Freddy Krueger version of it. If you enjoyed that, if it made you laugh, because every once in a while, it's nice to just have some fun. And this is the time to have some fun. The holidays are a time to have some fun. And my plans is to put together a holiday special for this year. something, just a bunch of skits, a bunch of songs, stuff like that. Just have some fun. Because I don't get to do that much fun stuff very often on this platform. A lot of times we're talking about the gloom and doom and all the crazy clutch your pearls type stuff. So this is the time to just not take things so seriously and tickle a rib or two and just have a little bit of fun. So I just pinned it. Hopefully it's pinned to the top. Yep, it's pinned to the top of the chat. I am putting together a holiday special like I did last year, but hopefully I'll be able to do something a little bit bigger than what I did last year and just have some fun. Okay? So please check out the link. It's pinned to the top of the chat on YouTube. Please go over there. If you can donate, that'll be great. I want to be able to put something together really, really nice and special for you guys this time around, this year, for this holiday season. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and could use a little bit of help with putting that whole thing together. So if you're able to do that, that'd be greatly appreciated. A little goes a long way. Every single donation is absolutely appreciated and loved. So check it out. If you got $1, you got $5, you got 20, you got 100, you got 1,000, doesn't matter. It would be greatly appreciated. Any energy put into that will be greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. Okay, guys. Now there's two different things I'm here to talk to you guys about. One thing that I think is very, very dumb, and another thing that I want to bring some awareness to you guys. So I'm going to do the awareness thing a little bit later on in the show. We're going to get into the dumb. I'm just going to say that right now. We're going to get straight into the dumb. There it is. This is dumb. Now, I know some of y'all might be going, well, why? Why is this dumb, Pascal? This is dumb. Not on the fact of it being reported. This just shows to me exactly what the family is all about. At least optically out here in these streets, it's giving me a different vibe. I'm sure it's giving everybody else a different vibe as well. But this does not help Diddy's plea. Instantly, I thought about this. This does not help Diddy's plea for bail. Think about it for a second. If they're going after Ray J, who's to say that they wouldn't go after any of the other victims if they knew who they were? Now, remember, Diddy is trying to get out here. First off, he's trying to get free. He put up a whole bunch of stuff out here. He put money out. He put up his houses. He said, I won't talk to women's. He should be saying men too, but whatever. I won't talk to nobody except family and close friends. I won't mess with nobody. But set me free, judge. Set me free. Literally, he's like Amistad out here. Give us a free. But the judge right now is saying, hell no. Now, of course, they've done another appeal. If I'm correct, their third and last attempt. And if it gets denied, he's there for good. But here's the thing. And of course, even before that, even before this third attempt at bail, they even said, hey, we need all the John Does and Jane Does to be exposed. We need to know their names. Their names can still be sealed to the public, but they cannot be sealed to us. We need to know exactly who these people are. But do you realize how dangerous that could be? You don't think that Diddy would find out and maybe leak those names out? Especially those celebrities that are out here too, that are allegedly being named celebrity A, B, C, Z, all the way down to Z, just for you guys, just so you guys know. Who's to say if any of his kids, any of his cohorts, any of the people that work for him, this is a prime example of why he should, one, be locked up, and names should remain sealed from Diddy. Now, I will say this, though, too. Let's keep it real. Ray J been all up in the videos. He been out here. That's not what your country can do for you. But then I start worrying about my own ass. That's literally one of the things that he said in a most recent interview with Cuomo. We had a great time with that interview, did we not? We were busting our guts because, wow, Ray J been out here. He's been doing these interviews. In fact, he's doing more than just Cuomo. He's been out here. He's been out here, y'all, doing interview after interview after interview. And I don't know what his motive is. I don't know what his reason is, unless it's his way of trying to stay out there in the front. So he's on the team, on the side of good, so that nobody goes and deep dives into his ass and the things that he may have something to do with. I don't know, but it's crazy, right? But he's been out here in these videos. He's been interviewing and he's been out here talking. But one thing I will say is that he hasn't really been saying much that had anything to do with Diddy. In fact, he's been very, very diplomatic. Has he not? Has he not? Has he not? Every single time he's talked, it's been very diplomatic. Oh, yeah, well, right now, we don't know if that stuff is true. We don't know. So what we need to know and what we need to learn from this is that we need to get better and we need to learn and grow as a people. Because everything that's what's said about Diddy is alleged, but we don't know if that's the truth. Ain't that what he's saying? He is not sitting there going, oh, yeah, I was there. I seen it. I saw the thing with the littles and everything, and it's all true. He never said not once, not one thing. He has been doing a lot of word salad. He really has. He's been running around going, and now I just think about my own ass. Now I'm just worried about my own ass. We hear a lot of that, but he has not come out here and said anything about putting any accusations towards the diddler. So my question is, then why the hell did this happen? Why did this happen? Why was he almost in an altercation with Diddy's sons when he has been in these interviews? And from what I gathered, he's been out here not saying, he's not saying anything bad towards Diddy. Now, one thing I will say, about this is the only part I could see why these kids would feel some type of way, aside from Ray J just being in these videos and just not keeping his mouth shut. That's a part I could see them being mad about. I could see them getting really worked up and angry about that. But the other part of it is this. Suge Knight. Suge Knight, sorry. Because I know somebody's going to be, no, it's Suge, Pascal. It's pronounced Suge. I get it. Suge Knight. Maybe because he got Suge Knight on the Cuomo show. And Suge Knight said some things about raw, hard-boiled eggs all up in the tuchus. Remember that? Good. I can't unsee it. But you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And he said some things, there's some really bad things that are going on, so on and so forth, through the game. The raw, hard-boiled eggs up the I can't even say with a straight face, but you know what I'm talking about. That whole interview. Goo, indeed, right? Images I never thought I'd ever have in my brain. Eggs and balls. I'm sorry. I can't. But you know what I'm talking about, right? So maybe they're mad about that. But at the same time, this says so many. This is so multi-layered. Blah, 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 blah. This is so multi-layered. Do you realize that? Because this shows you, one, maybe the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Two, they do not know how to properly tunnel their anger into something constructive. Three, they're angry at the wrong person. And four, they're just dumb. Which gives me this. Yeah, I think they're dumb. Yeah, they're dumb. Yeah. No. Yeah, no, they're dumb. Because here's the thing. They're looking at this situation and they're not thinking thoroughly. If they've been watching the Ray J interviews, yes, Ray J's been out here. He's been talking a lot, but he's not alluding to anything about Diddy. Every single time he talks, he says those things are alleged. It's all alleged. I don't know about any of that stuff, but I do know that this stuff does exist out here in the entertainment business. That's the most he's ever said. Everything else has been, I don't know. Those allegations are allegations. They're alleged. And he keeps moving. He keeps it moving. He's not running around here saying anything wild, last I checked, unless there's an interview that I haven't seen where he's sitting here talking wireless on the microphone, but I've yet to see that. So this shows to me that these kids don't know how to channel their frustrations in the best proper way. Also, it sounds like they're not thinking critically and independently for themselves, that they're not even being mature adults. They're busy trying to take this stuff to the streets instead of letting justice, the judicial system, do the doggone job. Ray J is not the target. He's not the enemy. It's all the other victims and all the other accusers that are filing lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. If you are on the side of Diddy's side, and you realize that every single bit of moments that you step out here in these streets and make some sort of public appearance, and you are the son or the stepson of a embattled media mogul, what do you think? What do you think everybody's going to be doing? They're going to watch every single moment that you are in the public eye. Every moment that you step outside and shake hands, every single moment you're at a party and you're out in the public, they are going to be watching every single move you make. Oh, indeed. Just like that police song, they be watching you. So why would you go and try to go into fisticuffs with Ray J? It's dumb, y'all. Like, let me explain. Do you realize how dumb that is? How dumb is it, Pascal? It's so dumb that the rest of the world is looking at this and shaking their damn head. Because this is not helping Diddy's case. It's not. They need to be freaking walking around here calm as Hindu cows. Just chill. That's what they need to be doing right now. But that's not what they're doing. They just want to start fights with people for no reason. But again, this shows to me exactly how they were raised. Sorry. And even crazier, you got Breezy swooping in to stop the fight. He's hopping in, go, whoa, 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 yo, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. What are you guys doing? Chill out. He is not the enemy. And he's right. Or I don't think he said that, but If he said that, he's right. If you are on Team Diddy, the last thing, and you are his kin, his best friend, one of his cohorts, or anything like that, let's not forget, it's their job in the public eye to be out here calm, diplomatic as hell. Conduct yourself in the most presidential way you can, for lack of a better term. I guess that's a very loose term now because people be wilding out here, even presidents. But you know what I'm saying. You do as best as you can to be as diplomatic as possible. Put your best foot forward and be the best representation of not only yourself, but also of your father. You are your father's son, your father's kid. Be out here and conduct yourself in the most respectful way possible. But if you try to take it to the streets on a guy who isn't even saying anything that wild, that shows a lot of things about you and possibly how your daddy raised you too. It's bad. It's bad, guys. And again, once again, you're going to have people looking at this and going, "Oh, see, this is," and I see this though too. I'm not disagreeing of reasons why this man should stay locked up. Because if they're going after Ray J for for reasons that aren't warranted, I'm sure there's no merit. There's no. I'm back. That was weird. Hold on, guys. Hit the number one. Let me make sure you can see me still. But that was weird. Okay. Diddy went into the internet and said, "Nah, shut it all the way down." Hit the number one. Let me know you guys can see me. Okay, you guys can see me. Okay, cool. I'm back and beautiful. All right. So, but like I said, it just doesn't make any sense that it would be a situation like this. And honestly, Diddy should be ashamed of his kids right now. This is not how you do it. Even if this is normal, if this is standard for Diddy, this is how he works, and he's like, "Yeah, man. If they screw you over, you screw them back harder." That sounds weird too when I say that out of my mouth, but you know what I'm saying. If they screw you over, you get them back, and you screw them even bigger, you screw them even harder. Still weird. Now I need Dame Dash's pause button. Pause. But you know what I mean, though, right? But right now, optically, in these streets, this is the time that Diddy and his sons, all of his kids, should be operating and proceeding in the best, most positive way, period. That's how it should be. But I'm feeling like the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree with this situation. So let's take a look at this article. Again, like I said, I just think this is so ridiculous. It's sad. Ray J, yeah, I am still wondering. I'm going to keep it real. I still wonder why he's been in so many of these interviews and what is his motive? I don't know. Maybe in his mind, he thinks that by getting out there, this could be an opportunity to promote his brand and take over the Diddy slot. Maybe he wants Diddy's slot. That sounds weird too. Oh, dear God. Diddy's position of power. Maybe he's like, "Yo, maybe I could be the next Diddy. We're going to need a Diddy. Diddy's going to be locked up. Maybe this is an opportunity for me to build my clout, take over Diddy's spot, and then next thing you know, he's the one in all white hopping around with these big sunglasses saying, yeah. in his own version of some sort of song. I'm just saying, maybe that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's looking at this opportunity to take over. Maybe. I don't know. He's also a very wealthy man in his own right. He's also a very wealthy man in his own right. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But it is interesting that he's hopped in and is done this whole, he's been out here. And I get it. These kids, I'm sure, are wondering, like, why the hell are you in these videos, man? Why are you all up in these interviews, man? That's a question I feel like we all want to have answered. But maybe it's something deeper than that. Maybe he's trying to take over. Maybe he's just doing it because he thinks that there should be some sort of person speaking on behalf of the R&B, hip hop, Black Hollywood entertainment world. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But yeah, something on this is some weird about this. I got questions about it for sure. But let's get into this. Diddy's sons were about ready to get into an all-out fist fight with Ray J at a recent Halloween party, but their plans were on pause thanks to an unexpected hero. Yeah, Chris Breezy hopped into this whole thing, which is wild. Sources tell TMZ the rap mogul's three sons, Christian, Quincy, and Justin got into a heated face-off with Ray J outside influencer Tara Electra's unruly agency Halloween bash in Los Angeles over the weekend. So here are some of the photos. People out here. Got Mario in here too. Let me love you. So we're told that when the party wrapped in the early hours, Ray J made his way to the parking lot along with his crew, Amber Rose, and his manager, Weintraub, but was confronted by Diddy's three sons. My Three Sons. Wasn't that a TV show? Anyway, sources say the siblings surrounded the singer as they were upset about some of the public statements or comments Ray J has made about the Bad Boy Records founder amid his legal woes. And I keep wondering, what was it that he said that was wrong? You see what I'm saying? What has he said recently that was wrong? From what we have seen, doesn't sound like he said anything too bad. Yes, he's been out here talking a lot, and maybe they had a problem with him talking too much. Maybe that's the case. We're told things got heated between the men, with the group getting in each other's faces and chest bumping each other. Sources claim both Justin and Christian made it clear they wanted to get into a tussle. Ay, Chihuahua, that's bad. That's very, very, very bad. Moving on. The incident didn't escalate further than this. However, Chris Brown, who witnessed everything going on from his car, rushed out and diffused the situation with Ray J's manager, David, by pulling Justin and Christian away. And I want to do this. You know what I mean? Shout out to Chris Breezy for doing the damn job, for doing the right thing. Getting in there and saying, hey, back up, man. Back up. Why the hell you doing? What the hell you doing? Everybody needs to chill the F out. Stop with the fighting. It's Halloween weekend. Okay, we all trying to get home, rub us some booty, and go to sleep. So come on now. Quit fighting. And be friendly. The hell's wrong with you? So shout out to Chris Breezy. Real talk. We're told others also stepped in to mend the situation, resulting in no injuries, which is great. Great freaking news. This wasn't the first time Diddy's sons confronted Ray J either. As we're told, the kids approached him several times prior to discuss the singer's comments. We're told Christian, Quincy, and Justin tried fighting Ray J on 3 separate occasions in different settings. Why though? Why? We're told Ray J has always been open to having conversations with Diddy's sons, though he was fighting He was willing to fight the trio after they made disrespectful comments towards him. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Just sit there and go, "Oh man, come on, y'all, let's just be friends." No, if you're gonna be slinging insults and being rude, yeah, what are you gonna do? You're gonna try to de-escalate the situation, but if they're starting to go after you, what are you gonna do? You're gonna protect yourself, right? You got no other choice but to protect yourself. Dag nabbit. Sources say Ray J still considers Diddy and his children family. So he refused to let himself get punked up by quote unquote little kids. Of course, they've reached out to Diddy's reps for Diddy's sons, Ray J and Chris Brown for comment. So far, no word back. Listen, I am happy that this de-escalated, that this was not something that turned into a full-on altercation. But I am kind of, and also it's interesting to hear that there was a history, like his three sons have a problem with Ray J that I guess go back. I am still kind of curious as to why it goes that deep. Why? What is it that Ray J said in the past that would make the kids feel some type of way? Maybe they are mad because Ray J looked up to Diddy so much and looked at him as a father figure, maybe. I don't know. But at the same time, yeah, Ray J been out here talking. But every single time he's talked, except for one time that we saw together on the show, he's been very diplomatic. In fact, it's not been diplomatic. It's just been him really trying to stay sitting on the fence. It's been a lot of word salad. I wouldn't say it's a bad look for Diddy. It's more of a bad look for Ray J. So I don't know why everybody's tripping, or his fam, the kids, his sons, are tripping on Ray J. That's the part I just don't get, personally. But I will say this, though. This is not good to have out here. This kind of altercation that could have turned into something else is not good. Not only does this show that the kids are out here ready and their engines are running, they are angry and they're ready to get into some serious trouble. They're ready to put some damage on people, potentially any person that comes out and speaks out against Diddy. This also is a concern for the courts. This is also a concern for all the victims and the accusers that are stepping forward and filing lawsuits. If these kids find out who these people are, you don't think they're going to take matters into their own hands? If they're stepping to somebody like Ray J right now? Like I said, did the apple fall far from the tree or no? And if they're out here acting in this kind of way, who's to say? Who's to say that that they wouldn't do this to an actual victim or a witness? Oh, we already know you came through. We found out your name. And then they're calling up people to exact certain crimes for them so that that particular victim or that particular witness doesn't show up. Think about it for a second, guys. Now, it may be super dramatic, sure. But at the same time, these kids need to be acting accordingly. Period. In fact, not only just his kids, it's every single person that has worked closely to him. All his bodyguards, all of his best friends, all the people that work for him, that are underneath his enterprise. All of them need to be on their P's and Q's right now. The last thing they need to be doing is having altercations with people who are speaking out, who are just speaking on interviews. That's the last thing they need to be doing, because now the courts could be looking at that and going, nope, Diddy's staying locked up. Sorry. God only knows if you let him out that it could potentially turn into something more vicious. Now, there's still a good possibility that Diddy could walk from bail, could get out. And it's solely the only reason why I say he could walk from and get out on bail is because of what happened with the Abercrombie and Fitch former CEO, Mike Jeffries. That's the only reason. And that is the only reason why I could ever look at that and go, yep, there's a possibility. There's a possibility he can walk. Solely because that man walked. He out and he did just as bad. He had his own Fitch offs. The man was a monster. This probably still is a monster. Probably just had to stop cold turkey recently because of this arrest. But he out here free with an anklet, still be able to do whatever the hell he wants for the most part. So, I mean, if you really think about it, they might look at that, lean on that and go, well, he's out and he's just as bad as me. I mean, no, his allegations are just as bad as mine. You don't think the judge could look at that and go, yeah, that might be it. He might get out because of that. Think about that. Yeah, Fitch offs, Raven. Fitch offs. If he was having his own freak offs, Mike Jeffries was having his Fitch offs. You had the Epi having his Ep offs. And I'm sure there's more out here for sure. I'm sure there's other types of get-togethers happening out here right now as we speak. And we just don't know the story yet. So Diddy needs to stay locked up. And I agree, Penny. He needs to be locked up because if he is let go, he will intimidate. He will. And it's not going to be through him, though. It's not going to be from him directly. It's going to be done by his kids. It's going to be done by other people that work for him and all that. If he is let go, then he has more opportunities, more access to talk to people and say, hey, yeah, I need you to do this thing, man. Because, I got this witness and you feel me? So I need you to like drop off this bag in their place and just let them know, that bag is there for them. And if they pick it up, then we don't see them next week in court. You feel me? I'm just telling you. He will intimidate. He will try to harass. He will try to bribe. He will try to blackmail. He will try to do everything he can because he's looking at some serious time behind bars if he is out on bail. But these kids, I feel, as soon as they find out, it's more than just these 13 individuals that have come out with their names, most of them with their names out right now. If those names do leak, which I'm sure if Diddy found out the names, you don't think he's going to leak those names to his kids so that his kids can do a little bit of dirty work for him? Come on now, y'all. I know that sounds crazy, like we're watching an episode of Power or something like that, or Empire or something, but real talk. Anything's possible. Anything's bloody possible. Insane, guys. Hold on real quick. Before we get into this, before we continue, hit that like button down below, please. And thank you guys. I see a bunch of y'all in here. Let's get those likes up. Let's get it past 1K. Can you get it to 1K for me, please? And thank you. 1K. Hit that like button down below. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on other places. I have the roses up above up here. So please, if you're watching on TikTok, show some love. Throw a rose or two. That'd be amazing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Follow, please, and thank you. That'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. Okay. Now, I saw a comment here I want to grab. And of course, subscribe. I know I said follow, but don't forget to subscribe. I'm this close to 150K. Let's get to 150. Can we get to 150? That would be fire. That would be fire. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Now I saw a comment. I don't see where it is now because the comment section's blazing and it's fine. No need to change the speed or anything, mods. The speed is just fine. But I do want to say this though. The audio tape from Diddy in jail. I still don't think it's real. Yes, I know some of y'all feel some type of way. And some of y'all going, yeah, that real. That be real. That phone call was real. I don't think it's real, guys. Honestly, God, I don't think it's real. Respectfully. If it was real, we would have seen we would have seen so many articles. It'd be on the news. Do you realize it would be on the news? It'd be on the news, y'all. It'd be on the news. It wouldn't just be on a YouTube channel. It'd be on TMZ. It'd be on CNN. It'd be on MSNBC. It'd be on Fox News. It'd be on TV. It'd be in articles. Everybody would be talking about it ad nauseum, running it back so much that somebody would turn it into some sort of remix song. I'm telling you. You don't think they do that already? They already been doing that. Kamala having a little dance party with Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? They remixed that. They remixed that soundbite. They really did. I saw it on TikTok. It exists. Beyonce. And I'm like, oh my God. So if they're doing that for that, there would have been a whole song. Real talk, there would have been a full Ash song already. There'd be a dance to it already. There'd be a TikTok dance thing. Everybody hitting the whoa. I know that's a little old school, but you know what I'm saying. But it's not out there. So if it was real, we'd be seeing it all over the place. Kind of like the tape that we saw of Cassie getting attacked. That was all over the place. Everyone was reacting to it. Even people who don't talk about that kind of content, that kind of stuff, was talking about that. That's how big that tape was. So if that was real, that phone call was real, everybody and their mama would be talking about it right now, son. Everybody. But it's not real. It's AI. It's AI. That's what I think. Personally. Dawn says on TikTok. Meanwhile, everyone present day thinks, ouch, she had to have Beyonce because, you know. I'll ask this question to you guys. Honestly. This is a question. I know this is politics. I'm sorry. Oh, God. He's talking about politics. Okay, hold on. Time out before you guys all freak out. Okay, and you're all big, America, this is my country. Hold on. Before everybody gets crazy, before we start talking about Puerto Rico, before we get crazy about all that stuff, everyone chill out. But I do have a question for you guys. I'm just going to ask it because we are friends here. We talk. Clearly, we've been talking for a long time. And this is a little bit of a left turn. But I do have to ask you. When Beyonce actually showed up for Kamala Harris's rally in Texas, and she said her stuff, and everyone saw that was actually Beyonce, and no, it wasn't a robot. It wasn't just some random machine going, vote for Kamala, everyone. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most I've ever heard Beyonce speak in my entire life. That's the most I've ever heard Beyonce speak in my entire life. I'm going to keep it a buck. That's the most I've ever heard her speak. Yes, I know there's interviews, but there's very, very few and far between. But you know what I'm talking about. But I'm curious about this. And again, if this aggravates people, lo siento, because this is not the goal. But did that really change your thoughts on who you were going to vote for? Did it really put an extra nail in that coffin? Like, yep, I'm voting for her. Now it's Beyonce. Hey, you know me. I'm part of that beehive. Love me some Beyonce. So right there, I was thinking about Trump, but now, woo, forget it. Now that I see her up there just flapping them gums, I think I'm going to vote for Kamala. Did it really work? Or no? And also, let me ask you this too, and respectfully, I just have to ask this, and I'm saying this respectfully. Are we really that dumb? That it would take Beyonce to come up to a microphone and go, vote for Kamala? And if you hadn't already made your decision, you made the decision solely because Beyonce showed up? Don't get me wrong, she's fire. I'm not saying anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with Beyonce. Nothing. But it's the same thing about any celebrity that sits there and goes, I'm voting for her, or I'm voting for him. It don't matter. Does it suddenly change your position on who you're going to vote for? So when you saw Beyonce up there, do y'all go, and then you go over there and you voted specifically because she was there? Or not? Just asking for a friend, because it's kind of ridiculous to me. And then I also think it's kind of ridiculous that everybody else is so angry. People get so angry about it anyway. You know, it's like, how dare Elon Musk endorse him? Or how dare Taylor Swift endorse her? Who cares? Vote for who you want to vote for. That's what I think. Vote for who you want to vote for. But hearing your celebrity, your celebrity crush, or an artist that you really appreciate, saying that they're voting for somebody, does that really make or break the decision that you are making in your when you go on election day or the few days before election day? Does it change your opinion? Just asking a question. I think it's kind of ridiculous, in my personal opinion. Sorry for going off the deep end, or going off the tracks for a second, but I had to ask that, because in my personal opinion, it doesn't change who I'm voting for. If I vote for him or if I vote for her, that's my prerogative. Just like that is your prerogative. If there's policies or certain things that you appreciate and like from a specific candidate, vote for them. I'm not stopping dead in my tracks just because of a celebrity. Period. And we are not sheep. We are not that dumb. I would hope that we're not that dumb. I know some people sit there and go, yeah, no, people are dumb. And when they hear Beyonce up there voting for her, it's going to change their opinions. I hope that's not the case. I'm hoping that we are all voting because we want to vote for the people that we want to vote for, not because somebody else is telling us otherwise. Just saying. Something to think about. Just a question. I know it's not going to change anything. Let's be real. I already voted. I know a lot of people have already voted, doing in early votes and all that stuff. I know voting, the election day, the deadline, the end of the day next Tuesday is fastly approaching. And I just say, please vote for who you want, because it's what you want, not because some celebrity tells you to vote for them. Hopefully I've made myself clear. I know that's going to make some people feel some type of way. I know it's going to make people feel some type of way, and it is what it is. It's frustrating too, because as soon as you start talking about anything political, everyone gets on the defense, and it's like, yo, guys, chill. Doesn't matter. They're all idiots. They're all idiots at the end of the day. So let's all chill out. Pick who you want to pick. Vote. Hopefully you guys do vote. Please go out there and vote. Pick who you want to pick. And be proud of who you pick. That's your right. Just saying. But back into this. What say you on this? What are your thoughts on this? As far as Diddy's sons trying to get after Ray J. Do you think this is a good move? I mean, this is the dumbest question I'm ever asking, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Do you think they had every right to go after Ray J like this or not? Do you think Ray J needs to shut his mouth and not do all these interviews? Do you think that they had every right to go up to them and say, hey, shut up, Ray J, and get in his face? But then also on the other side of it, is this a bad look? Not only for Diddy, but for the sons as well. In fact, to add on top of that, this is my special message to the boys. Stay home. Seriously, respectfully, stay your ashes home. Yes, I know you want to go out to the holiday parties because you want to see the sexy nurses and the sexy nurses and the sexy nurses outfits. I get it. Don't get me wrong. Sure. Great. Every girl gonna be out here just everything out because it's the only holiday where everything comes out. I get it. You want to go and be seen at these parties. You also still want to go on with your life and proceed life like it's normal, like every other day. But right now, your daddy is locked up. So if you don't know how to act right, then you need to take your non-acting right ass and lock it up inside a house. Have your own little parties and soirees at home and call it a damn day. Don't be out here doing all this crazy stuff because at the end of the day, it's a bad representation of yourselves and it's a bad representation of your father. And it could affect what's going on with your dad in that prison or in that jail. Period. Stop doing stupid stuff. Do the right thing. Keep yourselves at home. Do all the holiday stuff at home. If you're worried that you're going to run into people that are going to make you feel some type of way, especially right now, this is not the time to be out here trying to curb stomp dudes. It's just not. So act accordingly, dag nabbit. Be adults and think with your heads. Because right now, you're acting like spoiled ass children. Nurse for God, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Don't forget to hit that like button down below, guys. Hit that like button. Crush it. Okay? But again, real quick, just a quick reminder. I do have a holiday special that I am putting together right now. I do have a GoFundMe link to the top of the chat. Please, if you can, contribute. If you can, go check it out. Little goes a long way. I'm trying to put something really, really great for this holiday season. And if you haven't seen the video of the Lose Control video, I highly recommend you guys go check it out. Let me just pull this up so you guys can see what I'm talking about because we're going to go into the next conversation. And there is something interesting that I am kind of curious about too. Hold on, because I want to pull something up here. Wait, that's the wrong. Because Dame Dash has been out here, guys. Dame Dash has been out here, and I'm still trying to understand why. I'm still trying to understand why, y'all, because he's out here. And I'm just like, yeah, my mind is he's still doing like, yeah, he out here talking about he out here still right now doing an interview right now live talking about Diddy again. And I'm like, why he been out here with these interviews? And I keep wondering why. Let's see. I just want to pull this up so you guys can see it for yourselves. So this right here, just just a quick, oh my Lord. I can't pause it to save my life. There we go. So this is the video, just really quick. I'm not going to play it here. Okay. But go check it out. It's right there. Please go check it out. It just went out 5 days ago. So still very fresh. Check it out if you can. That'll be dope. It's a Teddy Swims Halloween parody of his song Lose Control. And we had a good time doing it. So go check it out if you can. That'd be amazing. And it'd be greatly appreciated to, for you guys to click on it, check it out. I did another one last year as well as Michael Myers, another love song. And so for those of y'all who don't know about that one still exists as well from last year. So there's this one too, Someone You Loathed. It's another parody of another popular song. Go check it out when you get a chance, okay? But Nurse, thank you so much. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. You do an awesome job for us. A big thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. The other thing too, guys, I do want to say this too, because this coming week, next week is going to be a little insane, as we already know, right? We have Election Day is Tuesday. My plan, real quick, before we go into this next piece here, my plan for next Tuesday is to do a full-on Election Day watch party. So that's what I'm planning on doing. And so maybe I'll put that into a poll, because I'd love to see your thoughts on that. Because I know everybody has their things, and everything's very polarizing. But like I said, I'm thinking about doing something like that, because it's going to be a wild time. And I think a lot of us are not looking forward to Tuesday. A lot of us, it doesn't matter on what side you are on. It's just because of everything that's been building, how it has been building over the past couple months. It's been pretty crazy, and I think a lot of us are ready for it to be here and gone, just to be done and over with. And I get it. I see it. And Dolphin, yes, everything's been super polarizing as well, for sure. And I think a lot of people are like, man, can it just be here and done with so we can move the F on? And I think that Tuesday is going to be that day that we're all just kind of going through it and just waiting for that moment for it to be over. But let me do this. Let me do this this poll real quick. And of course, I will say this too. I don't know, because a lot of you guys like having that option as well. So I said, do you want me to do an election day watch party? Yes, no, I don't know. And just put that in there. Okay. It's pinned at the top of the chat as well. Also, again, don't forget, check out my GoFundMe, please and thank you. But we're going to get into the next part of this conversation, because I do want to bring some awareness and a quick reminder to this particular case. Now, I don't know if you guys remember Shanquella Robinson, but Shanquella Robinson was a young woman that went out to Cabo, San Lucas with a bunch of her friends. She was a very successful woman, very successful in her own right. She had a couple businesses. She was about to open up a new one when she came back from this trip. But of course, unfortunately, she did not make it to this trip, or she didn't make it back from this trip. I'm sorry. So she went out there. She paid for a bunch of things for her friends. Let's put friends in quotations. They were out there celebrating a birthday. She paid for a lot of things on her own dime, and especially the villa in which that they were staying in. It was a really nice, beautiful, kind of condo-esque type of place that they were staying at in Cabo San Lucas. She went out there with 6 other people that now have been donned the name the Cabo 6. 2 years ago today, she lost her life because she Well, the Cabo Six say she lost her life due to alcohol poisoning because she had too much. And allegedly, there was a lot of drinking going on between all the 7 of them. But that's not really how she left this planet. Now, the Cabo Six, after they said she passed away due to alcohol poisoning, they snuck out the back of this condo or this villa, packed up their stuff, snuck out, and flew back to the States. And they've been in the States still to this day for the last 2 years, hiding in plain sight. Now, I don't know what they've been up to lately, nor do I care. I will only care when there's justice served for Shanquella's demise. But we do know that there was a moment where some of the girls got curb stomped, real talk, outside of a tequila bar in North Carolina. Now, again, there's a lot of things that just have not been fully fleshed out. And there's been a lot of holes that have not been filled within this particular case. What's wild about this one, again, is the fact that these 6 packed up their things, lied to the parents, saying that she passed away due to alcohol poisoning. And instead of staying there and making sure that her remains went back or just to be there because they were her friends, they pack up their things and they run away. But as time went on, a video surfaced and was leaked. It went viral. Everybody and their mama saw this. This was huge, where they show Shanquella in her birthday suit getting pummeled by another woman in the condo. Somebody's filming it, and there's a bunch of people just standing there watching this whole thing go down. Now, later on, they find out that she had a broken neck and a spinal cord injury, if I'm correct. Pretty insane stuff. Pretty insane stuff, to say the least. And yet they still were saying, no, it's alcohol poisoning. That's what happened, when that actually did not happen. FBI dropped the case, saying that there's nothing that they can do about Shanquella Robinson's case. 1, because it's in Mexico, and 2, they say that there's not enough evidence, not enough information for them to do a thorough investigation into the demise of this young woman. Yet you still have a smoking gun evidence piece of video where this woman is being attacked viciously. She's being thrown around like a rag doll. And that doesn't merit any type of investigation into her demise? It doesn't make any sense. Let's not forget the fact that the Cabo Six actually packed up their stuff and kicked rocks, flew back home, hiding, guys, from the public and the family that were desperately trying to get answers to this young woman's demise. Something happened in Cabo San Lucas between Shanquella Robinson and one or all of the Cabo Six. Something wrong happened. And the only people that have the answers to exactly what happened to this young woman are those people in the Cabo Six. And yet still, nothing has been done. No justice has been served thus far. But then today, something happened, which I was very happy to see. And damn right, it's about doggone time. Finally, some movement. The family of Shanquella Robinson is suing the Cabo Six. Oh, in fact, they're also throwing in the feds as well. What? Yeah. Them feds are getting thrown in as well into this lawsuit on the 2-year anniversary of the death of Shanquella Robinson. Oh, and the other thing is they name all the Cabo Six in these legal documents, allegedly. The legal documents haven't been put out here yet. They have not been released to the public yet. But apparently, this reporter had their hands on this information. And I'm telling you right now, if they're not going to get them as far as justice, like judicial justice, they will get them financially for sure. But you can miss me with the nonsense saying that there isn't enough evidence, that there isn't enough information for the feds to do a thorough investigation. Now, we talked about that years ago. And this family is still grieving. They still haven't gotten closure because they still don't fully know what exactly happened to their daughter. Pretty wild. But let me share this, guys. Let's take a look at this article. I also have a video here too. But the family of Shanquella Robinson. Hold on, let me make sure this is muted. Okay. The family of Shanquella Robinson, a Charlotte woman who passed after being attacked. Then see that this is the thing. We all still believe that she was attacked on a 2022 vacation in Mexico, has filed a lawsuit against those vacationing with Robinson and the federal government, according to the law firm representing the family. The lawsuit comes on the second anniversary of this young woman's demise. So Salamandra Robinson said this, and Salamandra is Shanquella's mother. She says, "We need justice for Shanquella Robinson. It's been 2 years and there's no reason that no one has been arrested yet. I need justice for my child." Let me also remind you, there is Dejanay. I know some of you guys know about Dejanay. Some of y'all don't know about Dejanay. Dejanay is the one that was caught on video attacking Shanquella, throwing her around like a rag doll. It was Dejanay Jackson who put her paws on Shanquella. And then, of course, when we get later on in this article, they say what these injuries were that could have been the reason why Shanquella lost her life. But what's interesting is Mexico has said that Dejanay is wanted for the unaliving of Shanquella. A femicide, if I'm correct. That's what they named it. That she's wanted for that. Dejanay. Yes, she still has not been extradited to Mexico so that she can face the music and face the repercussions of her actions. That is also strange as well. Let's continue on. Attorney Sue Ann Robinson, by the way, no relation to the Robinson family, said the lawsuit was being filed in the Superior Court of Mecklenburg County, North Carolina, on behalf of Robinson's mother, Salamandra Robinson. The lawsuit was not readily available in Mecklenburg County court records, but a copy was shared with WCNC Charlotte by the family's attorney. As we stand here today, we must confront the reality that those responsible for her unaliving have not been held accountable. This is what their lawyer said. The lack of justice serves as a painful reminder of the vulnerabilities faced by individuals, especially young Black women. The attorney said the lawsuit accuses 6 people who were vacationing with Shanquella Robinson for her demise. For the first time in public record, all 6 people, all of the Cabo 6, are being named by the law firm, and about damn time. The lawsuit also accuses both the U.S. Department of State and FBI of investigative failures and delaying justice, according to the attorney. Exactly. You realize the more times that they sit on their hands going, well, there's nothing we could do. I guess we're just going to have to wait. We're just going to have to sit here and wait. Do you know what happens? Do you know what happens, babies? Nothing. But it also gives people an opportunity to cover up their tracks, to change their stories, get their stories straight, etc., etc., etc. Moving on, the lawsuit seeks compensatory and punitive damages to address the quote-unquote profound emotional and financial toll, according to the lawyer. It's not going to bring Shanquella Robinson bring back Shanquella Robinson, but I know the FBI should have done something after 2 years ago. This is what her mama said. I know a lot of stuff that was in the phone of Shanquella Robinson that I gave to the FBI, and the FBI looked over it like it was nothing. Like it's like you just pushed my daughter up under a rug when you should have arrested these people. I'm fed up with this stuff. I need justice for my child, which I totally agree. The family also calls for the arrest and the extradition of Dejanay Robinson, or Dejanay Jackson, I'm sorry, one of the 6 vacationing with Shanquella Robinson. Now, remember, like I said before, this is the same chica that put her paws, that was on video, putting her paws on Shanquella Robinson. She's still out here free, breathing in this freedom air, out here in these streets, in these American streets. She has not been extradited, and she needs to be, because let's be real, she's wanted in Mexico. You got to remember, she can't go back to Mexico. If she steps 1 foot on Mexican soil, she gets caught, because she's wanted for the unaliving of Shanquella Robinson. Ain't that crazy? I thought it was different nowadays. Like, I get it if you Russell Simmons, you out in Bali doing sun salutations and all that, because the extradition, extradition does not, those rules do not apply in Bali. I get it. But it's Mexico. It's Mexico. And they still haven't locked this woman up. Make that make sense. She has charges in Mexico that she needs to be accounted for. And she has not been arrested. Pretty wild stuff. Now, for MAGA, just so you know, I've been talking about this. So I have a whole playlist on Shanquella, all on this channel. So please go check it out. I know a lot of people didn't know anything about it, but it was big 2 years ago. Everybody and their mom was talking about it at that time. I highly recommend you guys go check it out. But again, these Cabo 6, including Dejanay, that includes Dejanay, all should be held accountable for leaving the scene of a crime, for, a slew of different things. But they have not seen the inside of a prison or a jail cell at all. Not one. That's odd. Let's see if there's more here. As WCNC Charlotte, the article we're reading here, previously reported, Shanquella Robinson unexpectedly lost her life on a vacation. Her death certificate says she died 15 minutes after suffering a severe spinal cord injury and a broken neck. Yo, you see what I'm saying? And then you see a video where she is being viciously attacked. I'm not going to show you guys the video, but I'm just trying to pull this thing up so you guys can see something here real quick. Let me just pull this up. Oh, this is going to be crappy quality, I have a feeling. But you can see right here, if you guys can see that, this is a still from the video. She is sans clothing. She has no clothing on. And she's getting thrown about. It is wild. And that is what really happened. Then they found out about the severe spinal cord injury and the broken neck. Come on, guys. That goes without saying, right? So a video posted to the internet after the demise shows Shanquella Robinson being viciously attacked by someone on vacation with her. Her name is Dejanay Jackson. That's her name. Just so you know. She's the one putting her paws on Shanquella. For what reason we don't know. And it could very well be like they were drinking and then she said something offensive and it made Dejanay feel some type of way. Or maybe Shanquella Robinson instigated the fight. We don't know. That's the problem. All we have is a video that is very shocking to see, showing the last moments of this woman's life. And it's not because she was taking too many shots of tequila. So here's the other thing. On the first anniversary of Shanquella Robinson's demise, the FBI field office in Charlotte told WCNC, Charlotte, quote unquote, the available evidence does not support a federal prosecution. As in any case, we are prepared to review and examine new information related to the investigation should it be available. So the video of her being pummeled and attacked in such a vicious way ain't enough. Okay. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. At the time, the U.S. Department of Justice sent a similar message and had no further comments on the case. Like I said, I know I keep on saying it like 3 times in a row, but that doesn't make any earthly sense to me. No disrespect, but I think it's absolute dog water that you would sit here and say, oh, we don't have enough evidence for us to continue into an investigation. What? If you do the timeline and you see the video and you know for a fact her injuries and in the autopsy, it says something completely different from what the Cabo 6 is saying right now, then you can clearly see something bad happened here. Something sinister happened here. Then also, let's not forget the fact that they packed up their stuff and they skedaddled. They didn't stick around to make sure she was properly put into the back of a ambulance and taken to a nearby hospital and stay in the waiting room, making sure everything was okay. Stick around, wait for the family to possibly get down to Cabo to gather her remains, showing some sort of condolences, anything of that sort. No, they didn't do that. They packed up their stuff and they ran. And then when they got back home, some of them were showing up to Salamandra's home, Shanquella Mama's home, lying to her face. Lying to her face. Saying, yeah, it was alcohol poisoning. We don't know how that happened. Alcohol poisoning. The hell? The video itself is smoking gun. It's smoking gun evidence. And the FBI, who are allegedly really good at what they do, say that that is not enough evidence for them to look into this any further. Why is that? Something ain't right here, guys. Something just ain't right. That kind of stuff makes you, it hurts. Because imagine if it was your own kid. That's your own daughter going out there. She's successful, living a life like it's golden, doing her thing. She does something nice, brings her friends out on her own dime. And then suddenly she doesn't come back home alive. And I don't give a damn if it was something like she went out there and she was too busy, gloating about how she's been through. Like, I did this, that's me, that's on me, I did that, and blah blah blah. This liquor, this in-house chef, this food that's being catered, all that stuff, that's all on me because I've been working. I'm a boss. I don't give a damn. That doesn't mean you erase a woman or a person off this planet because they like to talk about their successes. In fact, that should put more drive in your ass, being like, okay, I want that. I want to be just like that. F it. That's inspiring. Cool. She proud of making her money. I want that same energy. Let's sit down. Let's have a coffee. Let me pick your brain so I can see if I can get that. So I can maybe absorb that same energy from you. Because I want that same success. Not take her off this planet because of whatever. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of theories and a lot of speculations because we don't have any other answers. So hopefully this will get people to start talking again. Hopefully. And hopefully we get the justice that she rightfully deserves. Nurse 4, thank you so much. I live outside Charlotte. What can I do to help? You know, I honestly do not know. And you said again, I want to help. Honestly, I would say I'm sure that there is maybe there's a GoFundMe out there. I mean, there was a GoFundMe back in the day. I don't know if there's a GoFundMe anymore, but I would reach out to the family if you can, and see if there's something there. That's the only thing I can think of right now. It feels like, it's been 2 years, so I feel like now they're at a place where it's a little different now. They've moved into a different place. Now they're finally trying to get after the Cabo 6. Now they're going after the feds too. So I think we should just sit back, wait, and see what's up. But I also say another way of helping, though, too, is saying her name, hashtagging her name, putting the information out here about her case, saying that there isn't any justice for this young woman. There has not been any justice for this young woman. You see what I'm saying? Put them in those missing persons forums and chat rooms and stuff like that. Bring awareness to those things for sure, because there needs to be justice. Absolutely. Then this family has not gotten it at all. That Cabo 6 should be locked up for sure. Mimi, thank you for the super stickers for both of them. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you. But let me play this for you guys because I do have a video clip. So let's play that. It's short.
It's been 2 years since Charlotte native Shanquella Robinson her mysterious death while on vacation with friends in Cabo. Now the attorney representing her mother has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the people who were traveling with her. Robinson was in Mexico with Robinson in Mexico. The lawsuit was filed in Mecklenburg County Superior Court yesterday. The group traveling with Robinson originally told authorities that she likely died from alcohol poisoning. A video released months later showed one of them beating her in a hotel room. Mexican authorities and U.S. officials do not agree on what may have happened to her.
Now, again, if you do the math shall set you free. It will tell you enough. It'll tell you, yes, some foul play happened here. These kids freaked out. Maybe it was a crime of passion. Like, there was a fight. The fight got a little out of control, and then she lost her life. But instead of them actually sitting there and facing the music, they packed up their stuff and they ran. The math is right there. The equation and the sum of that equation is right there in front of everybody's faces. The only reason why I get annoyed, the only reason why I get annoyed about this particular case is because the math is mathing with this one. And it's right there in your face. You see it, you know exactly what's going on. And yet, no one, the people and the forces that be that are there to bring people to justice aren't seeing it. It's pretty insane to me when I see something like that. And I keep wondering, I keep wondering why does that happen? How does that happen? How does the feds look at this when they're really good at what they do? How do they look at something like this and say, there's not enough? So we can't give the family justice. Sorry. Is it a jurisdiction thing? Is it solely because she was in Mexico and not in America? It just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. But it's a very unfortunate situation, guys. But I hope they get some semblance of justice. If they get financial justice, then so be it. Let them get the financial justice then, if that's where it's going to be. Didn't Shanquella give, hey, what's up, Black Anonymous? Didn't Shanquella give some of these friends jobs with her company? Yes, as well. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't, see what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense, ladies and germs. The whole thing just doesn't make any doggone sense. So that's why I'm like, okay, if this was a person who was trying to lift her own people up, her own community up, she was doing all kinds of stuff. She had she had successful businesses. She was about to open up another one. I mean, she was killing it. And so she wanted to spend a little money, bring her friends out on a trip and splurge. And I think people got a little upset, got a little jealous, made them feel some type of way. And this whole thing went to hell. And yet these people are still free. I'm sure their lives are living hell right now, because I'm sure nobody wants to touch them like they're freaking social lepers right now because of what they are accused of doing. But still, no matter what, they're still free. And they need to be held accountable for what parts that they had in this whole situation. Let's not forget, someone was filming the attack. Someone had it on a phone. And there were other people in the room standing there and just watching it all go down. No one hopped in to try to stop it. No one did anything. All they did was pull up a phone and start talking, start like barking at them during the fight. It's terrible. All of them should be held accountable, because this thing could have been stopped before it got worse. Anyway, guys, that is the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really means a lot. Just wanted to give you guys that update. There's a couple other things that we're going to be talking about, but we will talk about it on a later show and on the secondary channel. All right. But please do me a favor before you head out. First off, I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Make it a positive one. Don't forget, if you are in this neck of these states, if you're on this side of the pond, make sure you vote. Your vote matters. So please make sure you vote. But we'll be talking about it a lot over the next couple of days. The week is still new and the week is still young. But anyway, guys, hit that like button down below, please and thank you. Crush it. If you're watching on other platforms, make sure you hit that heart down below. If you're watching on TikTok, if you're watching on other platforms like the Rumbles and all that, make sure you hit that like button, that reaction button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to hit that follow button on those platforms: Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Rumble. Make sure you hit that follow me, please. We got a lot of work coming up. Man, it's going to be a crazy week. I already feel it in my bones. So make sure you go and you follow. Make sure you hit that subscribe button here on my main channel here. Make sure you subscribe to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. The Pascal Show Clips. Make sure you hit that notification bell on both platforms so you know whenever I go live and whenever I upload, because it is random and a lot of times it has to do with breaking news type stuff. So please be sure to subscribe. Make sure you hit that join button down below. Become a member. Check out my Patreon and my locals. They're both available. Locals.com/The Pascal Show and Patreon.com/The Pascal Show. And let's not forget to check out the doggone merch, PascalMerch.com. And of course, if you want to just support the holiday special that's going to be coming out a little later on in the holiday season, hit that GoFundMe. That would be amazing. But a lot of you guys are saying yes. 574 votes. 66% of you guys are saying, yep, you want me to cover the election day. Then we will. Then we will be watching it. It'll probably be later in the afternoon, but we will be doing it when things are really percolating and things are moving. Okay? But anyway, guys, it is time to get going. Much love to you guys. Have a great one. I got something coming up on Friday, which I'm really looking forward to. Some of y'all know about it. Some of y'all don't. I'll talk about it a little bit later. I'll have an announcement for sure. But have a great rest of your night. Have a great one. Stay blessed, stay positive, and I'll be talking to you guys very, very soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Let's talk soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.